All right, Coach, it's the NFL on EA Sports as you take a look there at Lincoln Financial Field in Philadelphia, PA. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the New Orleans Saints and the Philadelphia Eagles. This fielded at the 2. And a good effort on the return there. Gets him across the 30 to the 33-yard line.
Let's go.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33.
Watch out, watch out, watch out, watch out.
61, matchbox lights.
Check that.
Throwing to start the drive. Herbert. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. A bad start there. A big loss on their first play from scrimmage. It's 2nd down.
Brandon, if I'm an offensive coordinator and I see an all-out rush like that, I file it away because I'm going to use their aggressiveness against them as this game goes on. I'm going to hit them with a screen soon.
So now 20 yards to go on 2nd down after the sack. Work to be done. Looking to throw. Herbert out of the backfield. That's complete to Kamara. It'll be a gain of 6, and it'll be a 3rd and about 13.
I like it, I like it, I like it. Get everyone involved in the passing game, and you know you can create those great mismatches throwing it to your guys out of the backfield.
And on the first drive, that can also help establish some rhythm, right?
I think so. It gets everyone involved. They feel like they're part of it and really gets them amped up as they go forward.
That's incomplete, but there is a flag down, so hang on. A big call coming on 3rd down.
Ready. 60 Pittsburgh. Snap.
On 1st and 10, Herbert. And now he'll tuck it and run. So a decent gain, but all for naught on the penalty.
It's too bad, isn't it? They were feeling pretty good about it. The only people celebrating, the guys who just gave up that play.
They're backed up here with a 1st and 20 now after the holding penalty. Back to throw. Herbert. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Now this one from about 2 counties over after the sack. They come up on a 2nd and very long. Looking to throw. Herbert. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Carl Nassib. He's the one that drops him this go-around. And that pass rush getting strong here. Back-to-back sacks. Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down. Went backwards. It's 3rd and very long. From the gun. Herbert. He's going to fire one deep over the middle. Incomplete. Both players were there offensively and defensively, but it falls incomplete.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
A nice job on the return there, 16 yards. And the Eagles will have it, taking over 1st and 10. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10.
I got you, son. I got you, son.
They will run for the first time with Miles Sanders. And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10.
Well, we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
Throwing on 2nd down. Wentz. Man open. It's J.J. Arcega-Whiteside. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. That one a gain of 20 and a 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 48-yard line.
Here we go. Waiting.
Mike, 58, right there.
You must be dreaming.
Wentz now on 1st down. Almost able to intercept it. That's one he would have liked to have held on to on this first drive. Instead, 2nd down.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that 1st down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
Wentz again here on 2nd and 10. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Credit the sack to Malik Jefferson.
Well, that's a pretty darn good start to his season, huh? A sack in the opener, adds a second one here. That tells you about his offseason. He came in determined to have a big year, and it's paying off.
On 3rd and long, it's Wentz. And a big loss here as he's taken down. The sack coming from defensive end Cameron Jordan.
It always helps for a visiting team to come in and set the tone on defense. In fact, when we talked with them prior to the game, they said they wanted this home crowd to feel like they had to hide their valuables when they were in town.
Well, the home crowd quiet now early. See if their offense can take over and get some points on the board. On the NFL scoreboard, an update from Foxborough. The Bills out to an early lead against the Patriots. And we'll keep an eye on that one as our game goes along here. They've got good starting field position as they come up here 1st and 10 on their side of midfield at the 47. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, New Orleans. Alvin Kamara. His 2nd touchdown on the season as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Will Lutz on for the point after. And it's good as the Saints have a 7-0 lead. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. And now it's 1st and 10. A big mistake, especially when you factor in the personal foul yardage.
Check me out. Switch. Check. Out.
Wentz on the give to Sanders. He'll take this from the 40 up to the 45 for a gain of 5.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable 2nd down. A very solid gain on that play.
At the 45-yard line.
And this should be the final play before the quarter ends. From the 45 on 2nd down, Wentz. And off the deflection, it's caught. And he's finally taken down, and it's a big gain there on what will turn out to be the final play of this first quarter. So in Saints territory now. Here's 1st and 10 down at the 33. On 1st and 10, it's Sanders. As Sanders has it poked free. And this is picked up by the Saints. And his crew will take over with a football at the 35-yard line. Often on fumbles, you look at the guy who coughed it up and say, geez, what did he do? But, hey, let's tip the cap to the defense here.
Not a problem at all, my man. I'm not even going to tip it. I'm going to doff my cap to him. Congratulations. Big-time play. Knocking it free and creating something good for your team.
So they need to determine if that knee was down before the ball was coughed up.
And they also wanted to make sure that the ball was possessed as they were going through it, that the ball wasn't working its way free before the knee hit the ground.
Check 53. So we got man.
It's a 2nd down run with Sanders. Now that play is blown up, losing yardage back at the 35. That's going to go down as a loss of 5, and it brings up 3rd down. Another example right there how this defense really is winning the entire game at the point of attack.
Yeah, right there at the line of scrimmage because they are dominating it. It allows their interior guys to get upfield and spill into the backfield. So how are you going to combat that? Because they bring in your tight end, keep him in. Your running backs, they have to step forward. Bottom line, your offensive line has to block them first to give yourself a chance.
Complete to Nelson Aguilar. 1st and goal at the 9-yard line.
The Eagles into the red zone for the first time. They're looking at a 1st and goal from about the 9. Shotgun now for Wentz. To the goal line, but it's incomplete. Got out of the pocket. Didn't look like he had anybody open, Charles, so just gets rid of it.
And a good play by him. If no one's open and you don't have a running lane that you want to take, make the right choice. Get rid of it. Live to fight another down.
Another shot from the 9 on 2nd and goal. Now a fake on the give here as they try the run-pass option. And he'll take this into the end zone. Now, hold on here. We do have a flag down. So let's see what this is about. A crucial penalty there as the hold backs him up for another 2nd and goal. From the gun, it's Wentz. And he'll take it into the end zone for an Eagles touchdown. Alshon Jeffrey, his first touchdown here of the new campaign, as they are now on the board here in the first half. On for the extra point, Jake Elliott. It's good, and we're all tied at 7 apiece. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Saints offense on the field ready to get their drive started. And they hit the home run last drive. One play on the ground all the way to the house. Now the defense, maybe they're expecting a run here.
Partner, I love your description because when we talk about hitting the home run, we're usually thinking about a passing play, aren't we? Something in the air, deep ball. But how about them just taking it big-time jaunt? Now if you're coming back out, now they've established this run game, the play-action pass could very well be open.
Excellent field position after the face mask penalty. 1st and 10 out near midfield.
Bravo.
Operating from the gun, Herbert. And the coverage terrific there as that's knocked down and incomplete. Steven Nelson able to get a hand in coverage.
It's always a battle. Who's going to win on first down, the offense or the defense? Let's face it, if you've got the ball, 4 yards or more on first down is what you're aiming for. They tried to throw for it there. Nice effort to knock that one away and bring up second down.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Give the sack to Fletcher Cox.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
Throwing on 3rd and long. Herbert. He's going to fire one deep left sideline. And that'll wind up incomplete. Bold play call there. Now it's 4th down.
Well, we quit counting yardage on that one, didn't we? That was truly 3rd and a mile, wasn't it?
It was. I thought they might just go underneath, but they didn't. They wanted to get the first down there.
Yeah, they tried to pick up the huge chunk unsuccessfully. I'm with you. I would have tried to take some yardage just to gain some field position.
The Eagles take over 1st and 10 at their own 31-yard line.
Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. The last possession, these guys were able to tie the game with a touchdown, and now they'll have a chance to move out in front.
Yeah, let's give a biggest.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Cameron Jordan able to get in there for his 2nd sack of the afternoon.
Well, so much for setting the tone of the drive offensively. Giving up a big sack that loses that kind of yardage, not a great start.
Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long. Wentz now to throw. And he's going to be brought down. Back at his own 6-yard line. Cameron Jordan able to disrupt yet another pass play. That is his 3rd sack of the afternoon. After the sack, they'll come up now 3rd and long.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see them run the ball here just to try and get some space.
Hey, Haywood. Give me some.
Instead, they go empty backfield as they look to throw. And that will be incomplete. More problems here on 3rd down. They've converted only once so far in this first half.
And you know as well as I do in this league, if you don't win on 3rd down, it makes it hard to win a ball game because then you're relying on your defense, you're relying on your special teams. You've got to get it done with your offensive unit.
On is the punter, Cook, who sends it away. Fielded at the 33. 1:58 left to play till we hit halftime. A reminder coming up at halftime, we'll head to Orlando. Standing by there, Jonathan Coachman. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL in this 2nd week of the regular season. Throwing on first down. Herbert. He's going to take a shot right away for the end zone. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's 2nd down.
Even without a ton of pressure in his face, it just shows how difficult it is to pick apart his own defense. Those guys are sitting back, and they're not playing receivers as much as they're playing the eyes of the quarterback and when he delivers the ball.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. Throwing again. Herbert. Flushed out right. And they're going to get him. He's taken down for a sack. Back at the 47-yard line.
One thing that I liked about this guy during the draft process was his motor. Of course, I loved his skills, but he plays hard on every down.
And that motor on full display there as he gets his first NFL sack. Throwing on 3rd and long. Herbert. Under pressure again, and down he goes again. The Eagles going to take the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Here's Thomas Morstead now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. And he gets it away, a directional kick going toward the sideline. There, this punt will go out of bounds. I think it'll be inside the 25, and it will. Right at the 24-yard line is where they'll spot it. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. Tie ball game, still a little more than a minute to go in the half. The question, can they put something together here, try to take that lead into intermission?
I would have to think that would be the goal for sure. I don't think you sit on anything here. Here's your opportunity. Push it downfield. As you mentioned, it's a tie game. So minus a disaster on your part, you've got that in your back pocket. Go ahead and try and get some points and feel great going into the half.
Let's go, boys. Let's go.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
That QB's trash. Let's go.
Working from the gun, Wentz. That's complete to Arcega-Whiteside. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
82.
Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards. Completes it to Aguilar. Now the Eagles will use the second of their timeouts as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half. Wentz now 7 of 10 here in this first half, and he's got a 1st and 10. Now Wentz. Open man is Arcega-Whiteside. And he's going to get this down near the 20-yard line. It's an Eagles first down on a gain of 11. On first down, Wentz. Catch is made by Arcega-Whiteside. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. And offensively, they'll take the timeout with 6 seconds left in the second quarter. And the kick by Elliott is good. And they take the lead here now at 10 to 7. So we will not go into the lockers tied. We do have a leader in the clubhouse, so to speak.
Man, it's only 3 points. Doesn't seem like much, but it looms big the way that they got it done right before the half ended.
Well, it looked like the Eagles got this back. Yes, Philadelphia football. Well, they just scored. They got the lead, and they decide to keep their foot on the accelerator, so to speak.
Scouting, scouting, scouting. They had to have seen something in their preparation for this game that told them in this situation, if they get the look they like, let's go ahead and go for it anyway. They like being bold.
10-2, sir.
Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. And from this spot in the field with the clock where it's at, you think we're just going to see a knee and that's it?
And I think in this situation, that's the proper play. But we do know there's some risk takers out there that may want to take one more shot before the clock runs out.
Ready? 30 base.
And now a timeout defensively after that first down play. So they're going to make this offense sweat. Coach, the city of Philadelphia is one of rich history and passion, and you can always count on the latter when you step inside Lincoln Financial Field. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the New Orleans Saints and the Philadelphia Eagles. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
Let's go, boys. Bring it up.
And what is this? They're lining up here to punt on first down. He punted 4 times in the loss last week as he gets this one away here. This is taken at the 23. A 48-yard punt, 7 on the return. And that will come the offense as they take over. So first and 10 now from the 30.
Coming, baby. I'm coming, baby.
Now Wentz. Open man, Arcega-Whiteside. And he'll be down deep into New Orleans territory. A big play there on the catch and run. 58 yards.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
And that was a good start getting the playmakers involved. You mentioned that to me pregame. That's what they did there.
Yeah, I think a lot of people think the coaching staff really gets on them, and that's how they motivate them. Most of these guys are self-motivated. They have a lot of pride in their performance.
And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. And what is going on here? Are they serious? First down, and they're in punt formation. And here's Morstead now as he sends this one away. Here's Hill on the return. Give him 11 yards that time on the return. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. They've got a 3-0 lead and the football as they start first and 10. Miles Sanders first carry of the game. The linebacker Ryan Shazier there to make the tackle.
All right, Brad, I know we're in the early going here, but those kind of runs, they're going to open up a world of opportunities for this offense going forward.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. Shotgun snap and then the give to Sanders. And he'll be taken down at the 46-yard line. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down. Now, look, that wasn't a huge gain, but those are the types of carries I think they were missing in their loss last week. They couldn't get him going on the ground.
Did you get the same feeling I did during our meetings, that they kind of regretted that he didn't touch the ball?
Absolutely.
You know, hey, he should have touched it more last week. They weren't going to make that same mistake, and they've taken care of that early.
And he's going to take this across the 50 and into Saints territory. A nice run there, 9 yards, and it'll be 2nd down. The success there, Charles, coming on the outside of the field, the ground game. Curious to see if that continues as we progress.
Yeah, we often talk about a variety in play calling and usually between run and pass. But in this case, with strictly the run game, you can be creative there as well. Run it inside, run it outside, keep the defense off balance.
Wentz's throw taken in by Sanders. And he'll be brought down, it looks like right at the 40. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
We always talk about having to read defenses and how complicated that is. Well, this was an excellent read. Read the pressure and got rid of the football before it even got to him for a nice game.
And when they're blitzing like that, running back usually a good spot to go with the football?
Without a doubt, because he's right in your sight line or he's near you. So you're able to just get it to him easily. And once he gets in space, that's usually a good matchup for him.
A good pickup there, 21 yards. And I guess, Charles, sometimes when you have a receiver well over 6 foot, you do that. Just put it up there, let him grab it, and he did.
And it certainly appears like a 50-50 ball, right? We always talk about that when both sides have a chance to get it, the receiver or the guy covering him. But I think the odds actually are in favor of the offense. They can see the ball coming oftentimes before the defender can get his head around. So I think that really goes to like 70-30, and they should be able to go up and get it most of the time.
He got it there. Another big hitter there. This one good for 18. They come out with one back and 3 tight ends. 2 big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. They'll try to run with Sanders. And he's in. Touchdown, Eagles. Miles Sanders, his first touchdown of the new season. And the Eagles able to push further out in front. Elliott good on the extra point, and the lead grows to 10-0. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away.
Let's go, let's go, let's go.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. I would say they went 3 and out last time, but actually they didn't even get to 3 and out. Still a strange decision to us here in the booth.
Yeah, let's hope they don't go 1 and out, but maybe, possibly, let's try and think with them here. Try and play field position maybe, turn the ball over, put it in the hands of their defense. Who knows?
You're a nice man. Well, the first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14.
Here we go. Here we go.
Ready?
From the gun, Herbert. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
You get a tight end like this, and you know he's used to dishing out punishment, but here, he's one that has to absorb the contact, and as a result, unable to hold on to the football.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Back to throw. Herbert. And a big loss here as he's taken down.
One thing they definitely like about this youngster is his motor. He is full throttle on each and every snap. Loves to get after the quarterback, and that has to feel good to him right there. His first career sack.
And he's able to get it out of there. Watch out for Hill on the return. Call that a 48-yard punt and made even better by a loss on the return. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. On the NFL scoreboard, an update from Foxborough. The Bills out to an early lead against the Patriots. We'll keep you updated on that one as it progresses. It'll be Sanders to begin the drive. And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10.
Hey, team 6. Team 6.
Wentz. And he's taken down here by the Saints. Cameron Jordan wreaking havoc with a sack.
Good job.
An 11-yard loss on the play. Brings up 3rd down.
10-0 the score after 1 on EA Sports.
I got 86.
Don't go. 180.
You're not ready. You're not ready.
Get
Play fake to Sanders. Now here's Wentz. And that is incomplete. So drive 1, they had the field goal. Drive 2, touchdown. And now here on drive 3, looks like they're going to have to punt.
At least they were finally able to reverse the trend, because giving up the field goal, then the touchdown, it's almost like they finally got to the offensive side of the ball and said, okay, we've got the system to shut you down.
And this punt goes out of bounds, and it'll be marked inside the 40.
At their own 39-yard line.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. The results for them so far, not that great. Well, not good at all. 3 drives, 3 punts.
Yeah, and now what you're doing is you're looking at your play sheet. You're trying to figure out what you're going against defensively. I wonder, are they showing them something they haven't seen or anticipated in practice, and maybe that's throwing them off? Or do they just have to go to a different play calling set?
Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 12. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. CD, I know it's just his second year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, second year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
Now a play fake here on first down. It's caught by Aguilar. And he'll get it up a little shy of the 15. They'll spot him down at the 14-yard line. That throw good for 4. It's second down.
At the 14-yard line.
4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6. Throwing now is Wentz. They'll tussle for it, and this is going to be caught. A big pickup there for the Eagles' first down, 18 yards. And a good quarterback facing zone coverage. If he has just a little bit of time to survey the scene, that's what's going to happen.
No doubt about it. If there's no pressure, he's going to continue to pick them apart because he'll have all that time to find someone open downfield. You can only cover it for so long. So maybe they want to go to a zone blitz scheme, get a little bit more pressure. Remember when Carolina did that against Denver? They lost the game ultimately. They dropped the defensive end out, and he ended up with an interception in that game in Super Bowl 50. Maybe some sort of scheme like that to try and get more pressure at the passer.
Buying time to his left. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Cameron Jordan picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon. You never want to give up a sack. From the O-line's perspective, they hate it for several reasons, especially because they felt like they let little brother down back there in the pocket.
Oh, no doubt. They have a ton of pride, and they go into every job wanting to keep that guy clean. They want that uniform with no grass stains, no dirt, nothing on it, but it's really, really difficult. You're talking about some terrific athletes who are trying to put him on the ground.
Here's Sam Cook now as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. And no return on this one as that kicks out of bounds, so they'll start just outside of their own 30-yard line. The Saints offense on the field ready to get their drive started. They've shown precious little here offensively thus far as they try again with a first down now. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. Eluding. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Carl Nassib just creating a disaster there for the offense as that one goes 16 yards in the wrong direction. After the sack, oh, they're staring at a challenge basically from the other side of town. It's 2nd and a country mile. A 2nd down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
This defense has been very disruptive early on as they force another one to go awry.
Seems to be the front and the back end. Pass rush, they've been able to get home, and they're taking the ball away in coverage as well.
I love how you put it together. The front and back working in sync, only way to play good defense.
Throwing on 3rd and long. Herbert, he'll air it out deep for Thomas. And he can't come up with a pick. Nearly his 2nd of the game. Instead, 4th down.
Well, nearly another interception there. That would have been 2 drives in a row with a pick. He's got to start taking care of the ball way better than what we're seeing.
Interestingly, that throw was probably worse than the one he threw the interception on last drive, but fell incomplete. Brandon Graham. And how about this for a setup? The ball will go over on downs at the 1-yard line.
I don't know why you would do that. It's almost guaranteed points the other way. I mean, I get it if it's a late game situation, maybe even 4th and inches. But, boy, that's a huge risk.
And he's in for an Eagles touchdown. Miles Sanders with his second touchdown here in this first half. And the Eagles able to push further out in front. Elliott good with a PAT. And that makes our score 17-0. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll take this across the 25, couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. And we don't want to call this desperation time, especially in the second quarter, but you're down.
Want to.
No, but let me finish.
Okay, my bad.
You're down 3 scores already. You've done nothing offensively, nothing on the scoreboard. That's not a good combination.
I think you just called it desperation time. I think you did. But let's face it, you mentioned this to me in a break earlier in the game. The energy level hasn't been there right from the start. We've noticed that. They've got to find a way to get on their toes and start punching instead of retreating, to use a boxing analogy. 2nd and 10 now from the 27. To throw again. Herbert. Flush to his right. Looking long for Thomas. Looking for Thomas, but that's intercepted. Picked off at the 15. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Of course, they had the option, and they choose to not take the penalty. They like the results of the play that they just ran, and they elect to let them stand.
So the hold on special teams backs him up all the way inside the 15 to start. Wentz now on first down. And he's going to be brought down. Back at his own 6-yard line. Cameron Jordan getting him once again his 3rd sack of the afternoon. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. Sacks a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long. A reminder, coming up at halftime, we'll head to Orlando. Standing by there, Jonathan Coachman. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL in his 2nd week of the regular season. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. It'll be a loss of a full 3 yards there, and it also brings up 3rd down. Facing the prospect of a punt from their own end zone, they need some cushion. Let's see what they can do on 3rd down. And, that is going to be a safety. And, Charles, at some point, you can't keep worrying about big play. Can this be perfect? You just have to get the ball out of the end zone.
And in the offensive huddle, that was discussed when they called the play. Just get out of the end zone. But you know what's interesting? A lot of the times in the defensive huddle, they actually call a set and then say at the end of it, get a safety. So it's preached, it's coached, it's thought about.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. It was still more than a minute to go in the half. Time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it whenever you get an opportunity. You can never have enough points with the high-powered offenses that you face. And analytics will tell you, try and score when given the opportunity.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Throwing again. Herbert. Looking here for Smith downfield. It's caught inside the 25. So with the pass being completed, they'll go ahead and take that instead.
Nothing extra to be gained. Pass interference at the spot, completed the pass. That was your play. So it might as well have not even had the penalty.
So the big play gets them all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. And he's got it. Touchdown, Saints. Damiere Byrd, his first touchdown here of the new campaign, as they're now just an extra point away from getting back within 1 score. Pete Carroll in that familiar hands-on knees pose. His guys will go for two here. Operating from the gun, Herbert. And it'll be intercepted. Picked off by Jordan Poyer.
It's interesting that when it comes to two-point conversions, even heavy run teams tend to throw the ball in these situations. In this case, this one was intercepted.
Yeah, they weren't fooled. They were ready for the pass, picked it off. And this one travels out of bounds, so unsuccessful there on the onside kick try.
Waiting.
Mike, 58, right there. Three buzz.
Throwing on first is Wentz. Being chased out left. He's going to take off with it. He'll get 8 on the scramble there. It'll be second and a couple.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there, not there. After about the third one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
To throw again on second down. Wentz out left and hauled in by Arcega-Whiteside. It's a gain of 16 and an Eagle first down. And defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful you're losing playing against a good quarterback like he is to not play too much zone?
Yeah, you have to be careful about how much time you're giving up. I think it's a good point you just brought up. So maybe if you still want to play zone, you go to a zone blitz scheme. And you can drop anyone out of your defensive front. Defensive end, defensive tackle. It doesn't matter. You just exchange someone to bring more pressure towards the quarterback and still try and cover downfield.
Throwing again on second down, but this time it's incomplete.
Intended for Alshon Jeffrey. Incomplete.
After an incomplete pass on second down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9. Wentz to throw again. Got a man, it's Arcega-Whiteside. And he is out of bounds, but first he gets it inside the 10 to the 7. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. The kick by Elliott is good. And that stretches this lead to 20-8. So a capper there to a pretty good first half.
And I love the way that they put a chokehold on the clock and pretty much drained everything before they put the field goal on the board as they headed into the half.
Short kick. One of the up middle take it now.
The Saints take over 1st and 10 at their own 35-yard line.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. Time here for likely one play, then off to the locker room, and they're going to have some adjustments to make.
They certainly will, and I think a lot of people are thinking to themselves, all right, take the knee, get out of here, regroup.
And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off by Ronald Darby. So we come upon halftime, and what's a 12-point game at the break. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman, ready with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, so the Eagles with the lead, and they're going to get this football first as the 3rd quarter gets underway.
And that drives coaches insane, doesn't it? When they see that.